What you are about to experience is out of this world. Politics, history, and of course, a lot of entertainment. It's time to rock it with the Docket.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Kyle Dockery with the Dockery Docket. We are here with our very 103rd episode of the Dockery Docket. I'm excited to be here, and I hope that you are excited to be here as well. And if you are excited to be here as well, make sure to go down below, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, so then you never miss one of my videos. So, all of last week, I was gone. I was way up in the Upper Peninsula. And to be honest with you, this episode could have been about a wide range of things. AOC having a terrible week in invisible jail wearing invisible handcuffs, Joe Biden getting COVID and then testing negative for COVID, and then getting COVID again, even though his blood type is vaccine. Also, Joe Biden, while he was recovering from COVID, turned into a freaking robot. I'm not joking about that. I will have to make a video about that soon. Also, Nancy Pelosi was almost blown up by the Chinese military because she wanted to go to Taiwan. Don't get me wrong, I think that her going to Taiwan was a good thing. It showed China that they can't control us. It was almost like that time that Donald Trump went into North Korea, just that there weren't active threats of a major military power blowing up Donald Trump's plane. It could have caused a lot of problems if the Chinese military did blow up Nancy Pelosi's plane, but luckily, we are good on that front. However, while those things could have been an entire episode, there was one thing this week that just kept jumping out at me and flinging its poop at me. That, of course, is monkeypox. Monkeypox is the new scary virus that is going to kill us all. Get out of the way, COVID. Now we got monkeypox, and it's here to stay, and we're all going to get a bunch of bumps on our head, and we're all going to die. Okay, maybe I'm getting a little bit dramatic, but the question is, should you be afraid of monkeypox? Write down in the comments down below if you are scared of monkeypox. Now, before we dive deeper into the question of if you should be afraid of monkeypox, let's talk about how monkeypox actually came to be and where it actually comes from. As originally, monkeypox was just found in Africa. As according to the New England Journal of Medicine, monkeypox virus, a zoonotic orthopox DNA virus related to the virus that causes smallpox, was first described in humans in the 1970s in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Sporadic outbreaks of infection have been reported in Africa, typically originating from contact with wildlife reservations. Such outbreaks and travel-associated cases outside Africa have been limited. Secondary spread and therefore human-to-human transmission has been deemed ineffective. The article then goes on to talk about how monkeypox has been in Africa for decades and was seen as an endemic, meaning that the virus was only native to one region of the world, which was Africa, and it stayed there. It didn't go to other places. However, now this is changing, as since early May of 2022, more than 3,000 monkeypox virus infections have been reported in more than 50 countries across 5 regions. This prompted the World Health Organization to declare monkeypox an evolving threat of modern public health concern on June 23, 2022. The disease is also known for causing blisters to break out on the skin. Some people get a high temperature. It is almost like having chickenpox, but worse, or smallpox, but better, because smallpox killed a lot of people, so it's almost like an in-between those two. Now, when we look back into the past, I remember making a video about the origin of COVID-19. There was a huge divide between people saying that it came naturally from bats sold at a food market, and others were saying that it was leaked from a lab. However, the people that were saying that it was leaked from a lab were labeled as conspiracy theorists. They weren't following the real science. Some people were even claiming that the lab leak theory was racist towards Asian people, and it created a stigma of all Asians having COVID. Now, I will talk about stigma a little bit later more in this episode, but I believe that it is wrong to stigmatize a group of people over something that they can't control, like the spread of a disease. However, we are now seeing this exact same thing play out with monkeypox. However, the origin of how monkeypox turned into a disease that we only see in Africa to thousands of cases around the world is more controversial than the lab leak theory ever was. as according to many sources, monkeypox was likely spread from a sauna in Spain, which gay men usually go to have sex with other men. As according to Reuters, the word sauna is used in Spain to describe establishments popular with gay men looking for sex rather than an actual bathhouse. This sauna is now closed in Madrid, and it was reported that this sauna saw a total of 23 confirmed cases of monkeypox. However, it doesn't stop there, as there was a gay fetish festival in Belgium, which also led to an outbreak of monkeypox, as 800,000 people showed up. These people weren't all just from Belgium. They traveled from all over Europe to get to this gay fetish event, meaning that people, mostly gay men, were going to these different festivals or events or saunas, getting close to other men, maybe even having sexual intercourse with them. They get the monkeypox virus inside of them, and then they take it home with them. Now, this isn't just me saying this, as the Belgian health minister, whose name I can't pronounce because it's in Belgian, he identified that most cases were mostly among men who have had sexual contact with other men. According to the Associated Press, Germany has 4 confirmed cases linked to exposure at these party events where sexual activity took place. Along with that, authorities in Britain, Spain, and Portugal have said most of the monkeypox cases identified so far were in young men whose infections were picked up when they sought help for lesions at sexual health clinics, meaning that they were men that had sexual relations with other men and then thought that they caught an STD. But instead, it was monkeypox. Because here's the thing about monkeypox. It's not an STD at all, because there are other ways that it can be spread to other people. However, that shouldn't diminish the fact that men that are having sex with other men are getting monkeypox more than any other group of people. As there was a study done by the New England Journal of Medicine that looked at 528 people that had monkeypox. Out of all 528 people that had monkeypox, all were men, except for one person that was transgender or non-binary. Along with that, 9 of these men were heterosexual, and a staggering 509 were homosexual. This means that according to this study, 96% of these men were gay men that had sex with other men. So because of the fact that most men that are having sex with other men are getting monkeypox, the gay community is scared that it will create a stigma against them, as people will avoid all gay people because they have the plague or something like that. This is both wrong and stupid. Instead, we should be ringing the alarm bells and telling the gay community to look out and maybe slow down when it comes to sleeping with a lot of men. However, the media and people on social media seem to be trying to sugarcoat this outbreak. They are saying true things about monkeypox, like it's not an STD, that anyone, not just gay men, can get monkeypox. I mean, an example of this was that children are actually getting monkeypox right now. As recently, there were 2 children that were diagnosed with the disease in America. However, some articles failed to mention that these children got monkeypox from a person in the household that happened to be gay or bisexual. Kind of an important detail. Those cases also show that this virus can be spread from skin-to-skin contact, or a person with the virus touching something and then the virus living on that surface for a long time. Someone else touches that surface, they touch their eyes, they touch their mouth, their nose, it gets inside them, boom, they have monkeypox. Once again, all those things about monkeypox is true, but it overshadows the problem that we are seeing with monkeypox right now, and that is that the gay community is suffering with this virus. Avoiding the stigma and saying everyone can get monkeypox could actually lead to the gay community to put their guard down and not feel the threat of monkeypox. As instead of saying, let's protect the gay community, and maybe we should stop these different festivals where men are having sex with multiple men, because the data is telling us that those men have a higher risk at getting monkeypox. And then you'll have people that are so afraid to say the actual facts and actually warn people about monkeypox because they're scared that they will offend people, or they are afraid that they will stigmatize gay sex. Which, if we are too afraid to share these different facts, then that will mean there'll be more gay festivals, which will more than likely spread monkeypox to more and more people. If you ignore the problem will never get fixed. If most people that are getting monkeypox are gay, why would we tell them that they are fine to sleep with a bunch of men? That's not being homophobic or stigmatizing gay men. That's saving a life or saving someone from a horrible, terrible disease that causes a lot of pain. We can see this take place as there are still pride and fetish festivals going on right now, as there is one in San Francisco, California called the Door Alley, which is a live out loud leather and fetish festival, and has been happening since the 80s. According to the East Bay Times, this event brings in about 5,000 people, which is scary to think about when you're thinking about monkeypox. The article then continues by saying that there are deep anxieties in the LGBTQIAP community over the outbreak, which has been proliferated amid a shortage of vaccines. Okay, so if there is a shortage of vaccines and more gay men are getting this virus, why on earth are you having these events? You aren't helping the gay community at all by doing this. They are hurting them and could lead to monkeypox to get worse. They are creating an atmosphere where more men are going to sleep with more men, which means that more monkeypox could break out. They are just asking for an outbreak. I mean, you remember with COVID, we had to shut down the schools, we had to shut down our churches, we had to shut down our jobs. Just work at home, you'll be fine. But now, even though monkeypox has been issued a state of emergency by the Biden White House, we are still allowing for these festivals to continue because we don't want to offend gay men or stigmatize gay sex. Honestly, we shouldn't be stigmatizing gay men because they can't control a disease like monkeypox. However, what if we were to stigmatize gay sex and orgies because apparently they are breeding grounds, yes, that pun is intended, for different diseases? From real STDs to a majority of the AIDS and HIV cases, we have learned that it's not natural for people to have a lot of sleeping partners. This is true for both gay and straight couples. And because we are so afraid to tell the LGBTQAAIP community this, because we don't want to hurt their feelings, people sing the praises of gay sex and all these different orgies, which have then encouraged people to keep on doing these things. Because no one has told them that it is wrong, and no one has told them the risks of what could happen to you if you do these things. And the risks and the consequences could be painful and sometimes deadly. One man found this out the hard way, as there was a guy that took to Twitter to talk about how he contracted monkeypox. In his Twitter post, at first he wasn't concerned about monkeypox because there were only 2 cases in his country of Spain, so he decided to go to his best friend's party. That just so happened to be a gay orgy. At this birthday party, he claimed to have had sexual contact with 15 to 20 different men. And then later, he attended another orgy where he had more sexual interactions with gay men. So this guy caught monkeypox from all of these different events that took place. Now here's the kicker. This man's opinion is that it is reductive to tell gay men to not have sex. It didn't work in the early days of AIDS, and it's not working right now. Well, it might not be working because there are still people doing these gay orgies and going to these fetish festivals where they are spreading monkeypox. We can clearly see that for some reason. I don't know why. There might be some scientific reason, but there's a link between gay sex and monkeypox. Women and women have sex, no monkeypox. Men and women have sex, no monkeypox. Men and men have sex, monkeypox. I think there's something deeper that the scientific community isn't telling us. And if they aren't telling us something, then more people are going to get sick. Now, this link even spreads to the United States of America, as because the monkeypox vaccine is so low, there are different eligibility requirements to get the monkeypox vaccine, as there were requirements listed in New York City. This list says that you can get the monkeypox vaccine if you are a gay, bisexual, or other man that has had sex with men and or are transgender, gender nonconforming, or gender non-binary, are age 18 or older, and have had multiple or anonymous sex partners in the last 14 days. These are the only people that are eligible for the vaccine because these are the people that are most at risk for getting monkeypox. Now, I will say that I am glad that New York City is looking at the problem with monkeypox and saying, hey, we need to protect gay men and the gay community. However, maybe gay men need to try and protect themselves from monkeypox as well. Once again, I want to make this point 100% clear. People are not helping the gay community when they are telling them that they can have sex with 15 to 20 men and claiming that there are no risks at all. Because according to that guy we just talked about, it is reductive. To him, it is reductive to try and help the gay community and try to stop the spread of monkeypox. I say we go back to the good old COVID playbook and try to do a 2 weeks to slow the spread on monkeypox with a focus on the gay community. This means we cancel some of these gay festivals. And we also try to push men in the gay community to slow down on how many partners they are sleeping with. If the 2 weeks show that there is a reduction in cases, maybe we need to increase it. So then we can get enough vaccines so then we can save more people's lives and save people from pain and suffering. Now, this isn't to punish the gay community, but it is actually there to help them. Because monkeypox reminds me a lot of the AIDS crisis back in the 1980s. As HIV started to affect gay men more, the media decided to switch the narrative, saying that anyone could get AIDS or HIV. There was even a very famous doctor, some of you may have known him from all the COVID-19 stuff, that said that you could get AIDS or HIV from a cereal box. That later turned out to be false. And the facts are that people that are most likely to get AIDS are men that are having sex with other men and people that use dirty needles. Can straight people get it? Yes, but that percentage is a lot lower than in the gay community. With AIDS and HIV, we should focus on the gay community and try to prevent the spread of those diseases. This is also what we should be doing with monkeypox to stop it right in its tracks. In all honesty, I don't want to have another AIDS-like crisis. I don't want to have another pandemic like COVID-19. So let's stop monkeypox where it is spreading the most, in men that are having sex with other men. In the end, I hope that this episode ages well. I get nervous making episodes like this because monkeypox is something that is new. And all this information and all these facts might change as more and more people get tested. I also hope that you understand that I'm not trying to stigmatize the gay or LGBTQIAP community. I want them to be happy and healthy and also safe. And I believe that we can do that by telling them the truth. And with that, I just want to thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Dockery Docket. And until next time, like my mom always says, be good, be kind, be loving, goodbye.
Oh, keep it, dog.